Welcome to World Class Bullshitters, the epitome of pop culture. I'm your host, Jeff Hicks, and with me tonight is the one, the only, Dion Green.
Baby, back again. And every time I'm on this show with you guys, I feel like the city of Houston flooded with emotion.
Or dead people. That man chuckling in the background is the last Danny Snow and Nick Utam.
How's it going?
It's going, dude. This has been a big week, and we'll talk about that in just a second. And finally, the newest bullshitter, Kendo Slice.
Hello, gentlemen. How are you doing? Fenfuse is started.
Well, Star Wars is back in the headlines, but we can never say that it's not here at World Class Bullshitter. So tonight we're going to talk about the new trailer, as well as a trailer for a little film called Justice League. Maybe you guys have heard of it. Just throw it out there.
I have no idea what you're talking about at all.
I mean, sometimes I
is Ben Affleck in that movie? I think he's a newer guy, right?
Yeah, Gal Gadot.
I'm looking forward to Jason Mimosa.
Those are delicious.
Yeah.
Alcohol and orange juice is my favorite.
I know.
Before we get into that,
in Miami.
Can we just stop the show and go to Miami? I don't think any of us would be upset. Kendo, you come here. We'll drive down. We'll pick up Nick, and we'll just go. Fuck it. Don't worry about this weekend. Fuck video games. Fuck Star Wars. Fuck everything. We're just going to Miami.
God, let's do it.
I'm down.
I could.
I'm so down.
If only I had I'll rent a car right now. But seriously. But we do have a show to complete first, because there's like 6 people that are like, are they really going to stop the show right now? I really want to hear them talk about Star Wars. No, motherfucker, we're not going to stop the goddamn show. It's 9 o'clock at night. I can't rent a car. I can't order a ticket for an airplane, so we're going to do the podcast. Maybe tomorrow we'll leave. Anyway, let's give a very special shout out to our listener of the week, Sequentially Compact, because Sequentially Compact became a $25 a month patron. Yeah, I know. Everybody applaud. Thank you, Sequentially Compact. And we're going to thank you right now, so we appreciate it greatly, and we expect you to send your questions in as soon as possible. We'll read them every week. We'll get all the other stuff sent out to you. Justin Beck, if you could comment with your shirt size, I would like to mail you a shirt. Since no one really commented on the design, I'm just going to pick it, and I'll send you a World Class Bullshitters Patreon shirt as a thank you for being a $25 a month patron. Also, a very special shout-out to our newest patrons, Sonny Brownlee, Video Gamer 07, who is a $5 a month patron, Jeremy Burgess, Nika Kitten, and James Rocco, who is also another $5 patron. So, thanks to all of the new patrons, thanks to the almost 60 of you out there who support World Class Bullshitters every month. We greatly appreciate it. And now, let's talk about what's new on Patreon really quickly. So, on Monday, for the $5 and up patrons, I put out a video that was banned from YouTube for Schlocktoberfest, the top 10 Twilight Zone episodes. So, if you'd like to watch that, head on over to Patreon. It's available to you. It'll be bumped down to the $1 level by the end of the month. Also, we have a Friday the 13th commentary that's coming to YouTube. But if you're a patron, you get a double feature. You get Friday the 13th Part 5 and 6. They equally suck, but I gotta say, and this isn't me tooting our own horn, but I think it's one of our best commentaries, like both of those. We were on point the entire time. We were funny. We were talking about the cocaine guy that looked like Frank Oz. I don't think we've had a better time doing a commentary completely sober.
Yeah, because like part 5 is pretty shit. Like, anyways, we've all at least seen it once, so we know it pretty well. So it's it's nothing good, anyways.
They're gonna learn about the majesty that is Chip Travolta. And,
Chip Travolta.
Yeah, Chip Travolta. Yeah, and there's a few other Kmart versions of obscure individuals that they'll get a kick out of.
Tim Selleck.
Yeah, Tim Selleck. Tim Selleck made an appearance, and Down Aykroyd.
Bernie Hudson. Just listeners, if you're a patron, check both of those out tomorrow. If you're only on YouTube, check out the first one. It's going to be a good time. But as always, thank you no matter who you are. If you support us on YouTube, Patreon, whatever, we appreciate it, and we're always going to be putting out great content. Speaking of great content, we happen to just stumble upon a really fun video series where we read comments on the Star Wars trailer. Part 1 was a hit, Part 2 was a hit, and Part 3 is going to be out tomorrow. I guess today when you hear this, because this episode is like 1 a.m. So be prepared for Part 3. It's going to be fucking awesome. Next time, the Justice League. And now it's time for the news, because next week it's irrelevant. So, Dion, I've been waiting to talk to you all week. Even though I saw you this past weekend, we had a great time, got shit-faced every night. I've been waiting to talk to you about the news, the biggest news of the month, albeit the quarter, the new Star Wars trailer. What did you think?
You know, I actually liked it. I watched it. There obviously were some issues I had with it, but I actually liked it. I actually got a little bit of excitement going for it. I liked the the image of the fleet. I liked, I actually thought that fucking John Boyega looked actually pretty cool. Him fighting Phasma was weird, but I thought it looked legit. And the only thing, the whole interaction between Luke and fucking what's her nuts, where it didn't scare me before, now it does. That was probably the worst bit of acting I've ever seen Mark Hamill do. He looked like he didn't give a shit about that line. He was just like, it didn't scare me before, now it doesn't. And he walks away. I was like, was he an extra in the room that I fucking missed all these years? That was so. You could tell Mark Hamill's still pissed about The Force Awakens because he's just like, I'm going to ham this part up because fuck you, Abrams. Other than that, I actually really like the trailer, man.
Did you see the parallels between this and Empire Strikes Back visually?
Dude, it was so... They're clearly trying to fucking emulate Empire Strikes Back. It's so ridiculous. Like, you fucking see... Oh, it's supposed to be an even darker Kylo Ren, where he's making the crew members fear him. Oh, and just guess what? They showed walkers in a setting that's kind of the opposite of motherfucking Hoth. And then remember how Luke was training in an isolated planet, but instead of down in the swamp with a bunch of trees, it's the exact opposite. It's a fucking cliff and it's open, and they're both fucking sitting around a fire talking bullshit. It's like, come the fuck on. And they literally dress Luke like Yoda. That's the part that really pissed me off. I'm like, it's so obvious what they're doing, but everyone's just like, oh my god, it's not going to be the same. Like, they literally dressed Luke like Yoda. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
His hood even has fucking the little cotton balls on it from it being so fucking old. Like, come on. Like, fuck you. How do you guys not see this?
They don't want to.
Fans don't want to see it. The fans are stupid. It's funny. I was reading an article this afternoon before I took a nap, and it said, "Oh, Star Wars fans have a toxicity problem." And then I responded with, "No, Star Wars fans have a stupidity problem. Like, these people just are in denial. It's like, oh no, you're wrong. You're mean. Like, you can't point out an obvious fact without being an asshole." I don't care. I'll be the asshole in this. I'll be the fucking face of the assholes that hate the new Disney Star Wars. But don't act like it's not there. That's the part that pisses me off. If you like it, admit that it's a fucking ripoff and still like it. I don't care. I'll respect you more. Don't sit and fucking vehemently deny that shit because you just sound like an idiot.
Well, and it's crazy because, like, I know I keep bringing him up with the dude that I work with. He works in the fucking mailroom, and he just he asked me. That actually kind of makes a lot of sense. But he's trying to get into an argument with me about the Porgs, and he's like, "What do you think about the Porgs?" I said, "I think they're one of the worst thing that happened to Star Wars, let alone the new trilogy. If they want people to respect it, but they're going to put the Porgs in there just to sell toys." And he goes, "But what about the Ewoks?" I said, "George Lucas specifically admitted that he put that shit in the movie to sell toys for his kids, and he admitted that it should have been the goddamn Wookiees. He openly admitted it. So he's going to admit it, but then they're going to put him in the new movie anyway and expect us to be all okay with it." I'm like, what? I mean, you're clearly in fucking denial. Every fan that fucking defends this fucking movie, fucking is in fucking denial. Just admit it. You've lost. You've lost the argument. I know. I hate him, dude. I hate him.
I never noticed a similarity to Empire until today when I watched the trailer right before the show. Remember that scene where it shows Kylo Ren from the side and it's got the red background?
Yeah.
Yep.
That looks just like when Vader kneels down on the platform to talk to the Emperor. What is thy bidding, my master?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes.
And I was like, God damn it, another one! Like, I thought I had these all, like, on lock. When I first watched it, I was like, oh, I figured it out. I got them all. Fucking, I figured it out. This is the Rosetta Stone. No, there's more. And I'm fucking angry. It really pisses me off.
Oh, man. It's... Jeez. I'm watching it now while you guys are talking about it. It's like I don't like it. I'm not gonna like it when I have to watch it for the podcast at all. Because
hopefully you got tickets because those bitches sold out.
I'll get tickets. It'll be fun. I know a guy.
Good. He's Samoan. He can just sneak in.
I'll trade you a pineapple and a turkey leg and mayonnaise for a deal.
He'll go busting into the door, just firing coconuts at people, and he'll be all right.
Who is he, Donkey Kong now?
He's gonna do a Superfly splash off the projector screen. It'd be great.
Well, no, Nick. Like when I watched the trailer,
allegedly.
Allegedly.
Rest in peace, Nancy DiMartino. Nick, I'm right in the middle between you and Dion. Like, I don't hate this trailer, but I don't like it.
Yeah, it's very like it's like they put a lot of flash into it, a lot of fighting, a lot of stuff. It's like I get what you're doing. You're making a fucking trailer. Like this is what a trailer does. But it's like you're not telling a story. You're not giving me any sort of like enticement to what the fuck's going on. I'm just here to twiddle my thumbs and guess about everything, and like they're like right now, like I'm looking at the videos on the side here, and there's a 30-minute video and like what everything means, a frame by frame fucking synopsis.
Oh, those people need to kill themselves. Like anyone who does that, you need to literally go on a cliff, masturbate for the last time ever, and just throw yourself.
Because the trailer's like 2 minutes 30 seconds, and then you have these videos that are like 10 times that. It's like explaining things in high detail. It's like fuck you. I don't have that kind of time. I don't want to hear you blather on about a fucking Star Wars trailer I don't care about. Like, go fuck yourself, man.
Yeah, I just don't care enough. Like, Dion, you and I are well versed in Star Wars more so than I'd say 95% of the people on the planet, maybe more. Mm-hmm. Put it like this: for everyone that sits down and goes on about how much they love Star Wars and they've seen the new movie 10 times, you and I are the kind of guys that can go and sit down and quote the original trilogy with like 95% accuracy. Like, yes. We're not going to fuck up. We've seen these movies to where they've become second nature. If I hear a line of dialogue that's from an alternate take, I instantly know that that's not from the movie. That's a different take of dialogue.
Exactly.
Slightly different things. Like, we know those movies. We've lived them. And it becomes harder and harder to want to like Star Wars because the thing is, like, the movies are shitty now, but you get stuck with these stupid people. Like, I think that's even worse because there's nothing more dangerous than like a blindly loyal person. They come in, yes. Like, oh, that was the greatest thing ever. Yeah, and then you say no, it's not, and then they want to get.
They're fanatics.
Yeah, they're cultists. Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's like fucking Jonestown type
shit. Even the Millennium Falcon going through like the red like
crystals.
Red crystals, like that's from the asteroid scene. That's where that's from.
But don't tell them that. This is wholly original. Wholly original.
No, dude. Oh, God.
Here's a question.
Disney's lost originality long fucking time ago.
Well, I figured that out when they put out a live-action version of every animated movie they made.
Yep.
So, like, in 25 years... Okay, so 25 years ago we had Aladdin. Now we're going to get Aladdin live-action. Then in 25 years we're going to get a CG hybrid Aladdin movie. And then I guess we're going to get another animated one because the original one wasn't good enough. So, people, we should all pool our money together and buy Disney and put them out of business. That way we can save
No. You really want to fuck with Disney? Do not watch Star Wars the opening weekend. Don't do that. That'll really fuck with them. If it earns less than the last one, yeah, they will have a shit fit.
Well, it is going to earn less than the last one.
Oh yeah, it's got to.
The hype is different. Like, I'll give this one credit. At least it has a somewhat okay trailer. The other one had just garbage.
But also,
trailers.
The CG in this one looks like shit. It's really weird because, like, even when they show Luke's hand, it looks really horrible. Because I remember when they showed Anakin's hand in the prequels. I think it was an actual real robot hand. And some of the close-up shots, but it looked good. This looks like shit.
Yeah.
Because even the walkers, the scene with the walkers looks like it's like almost an anime type of thing. It looks bad.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like We'll talk about CGI in a few minutes when we talk about that little film called Justice League, because I got a whole lot of complaints about that trailer's CGI.
Oh, fuck.
But with this one, when you have Star Wars, it's like, the CGI in the prequels was more convincing, especially in Episode 3, that space battle. Like, the weight of the ships and just the atmosphere. Like, the space battle in 3 was so much better than the space battle in 7 and soon to be 8, just based on aesthetics. and that's 2005. Why is that a thing? Like, how technology has advanced in every way. Look at a video game from 2005 and look at a video game from 2017. Graphically, they're not even a comparison. It's like, holy shit, we've come so far. Movies, on the other hand, we've had some great CGI, but we've had some really wonky CGI, and I don't know if that's laziness or like time scheduling or something like that. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think it's laziness because you have to pay so many people to do little tiny jobs on it, and get everything to look accurate, look good, and I think that's a problem because they don't want to do that anymore. They want to outsource it to India or China and have them work on it, and then they're like, it's fine, it'll pass, it'll be okay. It's like, well, no, it looks like shit. Like, spend another couple of $1 million on it, make it look good.
Yeah, just sell some more toys, but you have to up the quality of those toys too.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's that. I mean, that's in the video that you made about the quality and the money they're asking for it and all kinds of other crap.
There will be a part 2 next year when the toys from Episode 8 have clogged the shelves. Because, well, I don't know. I honestly think Hasbro and Disney and retailers have learned their lesson. As shit from Rogue One and Episode 7 still sits on the shelves at my local Toys R Us, the Episode 8 stuff was just, like a small little section, and that was it.
Yeah, well, I mean,
no ships.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the toys that, 6 months in advance from the movie?
Yeah.
And it was flooded then. It was flooded then. I remember the $300 fucking Kylo Ren lightsaber. I remember that shit. It's, and all this stuff's still there. It's still at Books A Million, still at Barnes & Noble, still everywhere. And it's sad. It's just really sad.
That's the world we live in with Star Wars, man. But at least we got great content or great material to rip on for the next couple years.
Yeah, and the thing that makes me mad is that Kingsman 2 is out, and that's a proper fucking sequel, and that's a good movie, and that hasn't even made its money back.
I loved that movie. I'm not saying it was better than the first one, but I went in thinking it was going to suck and kind of
no, same here. And I was like, it's at least on par with the first one, which made me happy. I don't want it to be better. If it's at least on par with the first one, I'll be happy. And it was a lot of fun, and it was a good movie. It was a damn good movie, and I'm glad they did it. And we're probably not going to get a part 3 now because it hasn't made its money back.
What I'm hoping above anything else is that the new James Bond movies go back to fun.
God, I hope so too. I really do. I really, really do.
Because I'll give Spectre credit. I know most people think Spectre's a garbage movie. It's not a garbage movie. It has some moments.
I think I'm sorry, I don't mean to step on you though, but I think that's a huge fucking problem, right? So you saw the same thing with Rogue One compared to The Force Awakens, right? The Force Awakens was a really bad put together movie. I mean, the trailer was good. The fucking story was all over the place. And Rogue One was short, concise, and leagues better. But the same thing happened where it's like, oh, it's shitty. And then you have Spectre, which, Skyfall was good, but Spectre was definitely better than Quantum of Solace. And then it was fucking showing like James Bond was fucking James Bond. He was a lot more ruthless. He didn't have fucking M. You had Ralph Fiennes was a great fucking M. I mean, it was fucking. You had arguably the best villain probably since. Arguably, I think if there's ever a dude that was fucking born to be a villain, it was Christoph Waltz.
Oh, fuck yes.
And people don't like it, and I'm just like, what? Why is it where the quality get shat on? And obviously we're going to go see Kingsman tomorrow, kind of, help that budget a little bit. But, why is it that movies where they put a lot of quality in are the ones that get shit on, while the quick thrown together fucking movies, people go out in droves? And I think that's the fucking problem.
I think with the problem with the James Bond, strictly with Skyfall to Spectre, people aren't really James Bond fans. They just go see whatever's the newest movie. They'll go on and read a few things, and they tout themselves as an expert. You and I have seen every Bond movie. I've seen every Bond movie more times than most people have seen regular movies. It's not even
that's
funny.
True. No,
with the exception of Octopussy, because just fuck Octopussy. but my point is, Quantum of Solace, Casino Royale, and Skyfall aren't really classic James Bond movies. Spectre was a return to form. The only fault I have with Spectre is the fucking credit music. I hate it. If that had the Skyfall song with the rest of the movie like that, that'd be my favorite Daniel Craig movie, hands down. and one of my favorite James Bond movies overall. But the problem with that movie is the producers were like, hey, we're going to go back and bring back all the fun elements of James Bond. They brought back the car chases, the gadgets, the wanton sex, all that great shit. The jokes, because the thing is, everyone thinks James Bond movies are these dark, serious encounters.
No, they're never
they're
that.
Not.
They're never
Sean
that.
Connery, in the first movie, everyone says Sean Connery's the best Bond. We'll use that as a litmus test. Well, Sean Connery's Bond makes more jokes than anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They're different types of jokes. Roger Moore will raise his eyebrow and go, oh my, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
That's about it. But Sean Connery will be like, excuse my friend, she's just dead. Or, I think he was on his way to a funeral. Or lines like that.
No, and like those like kind of like dumb jokes. I love those so much because they're dumb and they're stupid. They shouldn't be funny, but in that universe, they're fucking hilarious because like they're not supposed to, but they are.
Yeah, and that's the type of character Bond is. He's not like your buddy, but he does like realize the humor in the situations because he's always on edge. Like he could die at any moment. Yeah. So that's why he drinks the way he does, and fucks the way he does, and eats the way he does.
And one of the things I always love the Bond movies are always his interaction with Q. Every time he's like, "Grow up, 007." It's like, "Don't break this, bring this back intact." Like, and you know he's not. You know he's not going to. But he's that whole interaction I fucking love and miss.
I always thought that Pierce Brosnan's James Bond had the best interactions with Q because it was like a father-son type of thing at that point, due to the age difference. With Connery, like one of my favorite lines with him, it's just a basic line when Q shows up and Thunderball goes, "Oh no," and tries to walk away. He's like, 007, there you are, and Bond's like, "Fuck, I got to sit through a speech now." Like that. There's so much humor in these movies. So when they bring it back with Spectre, and then all these fucking film critics, Skyfall was a fucking tour de force, blah blah blah. No, Skyfall was a good movie that veered away oddly from what James Bond really is. Like M.A. and his mom. That is not a mommy-son relationship.
No, it's not.
James Bond doesn't have parental issues. He doesn't have a surrogate older woman in his life. No. The only time
he didn't have to break down his house to emotionally get over his fucking childhood.
Yeah.
That was, because even remember it came out, we said that. I was just like, that was the ending was so weird. We gotta go back to Castle Bond and my fucking it's like, what?
The end of that movie was very Freudian. I was like, "What are you doing here? What's going on?"
Well, literally, it wasn't. Yeah, and if it wasn't for Javier Bardem being himself, Javier Bardem Morgan trying to shoot himself in the head and M in the head, that whole end of the movie would have been like, what the fuck? You know?
He was essentially the joke. That movie is essentially James Bond: The Dark Knight edition.
No, you're right.
There are articles that compare those two movies, like thematically, structure-wise. And like I said, I like Skyfall. I went out and saw it. I bought it on Blu-ray. Like, I like the movie, but
I love it.
Spectre doesn't suck.
Weird. Spectre's is the best Daniel Craig one for sure.
Here's the thing. I love the second half of Casino Royale, but I hate the first half, and I don't like any of Quantum of Solace. I don't know if I can say Spectre's his best one. I do hate that song, and it does get a little long.
Right, but the song doesn't reflect him as Bond, though.
Oh, I understand that, but the movie does get a little long after they get off the train.
No, no.
I think there's a pacing issue with Spectre.
But we finally got a layer too. We finally had a villain layer in Spectre.
Oh, I loved it. Like I said, you and I can, when we get in 2 years.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
When we get there in 2 years to talk about Spectre, you and I can talk off air anytime. But my point is, listeners, we'll get back to the Star Wars shit. Sorry for you, those with no attention spans.
Sorry, fuck.
Yeah, but James Bond should be fun. When he fell off of that building and landed on the couch, like, I laughed and I liked it. They put the gun barrel back where it belonged. M was the proper type of M, the stern M, man or woman, it doesn't matter. Like, M is not James Bond's friend.
No,
but I did love the end of Spectre, how M with Moneypenny and Q all went into the field. Like, that's something that's never been done, and it felt cool because of the situation they were in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
All right, let's get back to the Star Wars trailer. Does anyone have anything else they'd like to say about the Star Wars trailer? The movie comes out in 2 months and 3 days.
It was a very formulaic trailer to entice people and get them all fucking, going for the fucking trailer. That's all it was. So
it did nothing for me.
Yeah.
I was just like, meh. Back
I liked it. I just hate what's waiting for me around the corner.
Yeah.
Where it's just like, oh, we finally got a trailer fucking 2.5 months before the movie. Okay, thanks, Disney. Oh, it's this trailer, and it's literally Empire Strikes Back, but with, a chick. Oh, okay, thanks. Great.
It's almost it's almost like somebody said that was going to happen. Like, they made a very prophetic statement.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what group would have said something like that and been saying that for a while.
Collider.
Oh,
Collider.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
He's good at what he
John
does.
Campea.
Yeah.
Greatest movie ever, bro. Fuck that guy.
You're right.
I hate to say it. I'm looking at Star Wars as we do the commentary or the podcast right now. I kind of want to turn it off because of all the shit that's transpired in the past week. Like, it's made me hate. This is why this bullshit around Star Wars is why this will never be my favorite movie ever again. And it's true. I know Dion's probably like, Jesus, man, but seriously.
I know, man. You fucking hit me right in the stomach right there with that one. Jesus.
No.
Christ.
I understand that. Measures. No, I understand it as well. With all the bullshit and the hype and just the up and down the roller coaster ride and also the crap. I understand that because even though the originals are good and the prequels are okay now, you don't want you don't want it anymore. Like, you just want to put it in the corner and like keep it there for a couple of years, and then like when all this shit dies down, like maybe watch it one more time, like, and then that's it.
Well, like, Back to the Future will always be my favorite movie, but what's nice is I know as long as the director and the writer are alive, there will never be another Back to the Future movie. I feel safe. Like, I don't have to sit and like suffer through Marty McFly again.
Well, the only bad thing about it is that's a finite amount of time. So
yeah. Well, hopefully
by
then we'll be too old to care.
Or maybe we'll be through this remake craze. Maybe Bob Zemeckis has another, 15, 20 years. And Hollywood will have died the way, because he's not, he's older, but he's like not that old. Put it like that. Maybe 60 at the oldest.
I'm looking it up. 65.
65, there we go. So I was 5 years off.
But he smokes 17 packs of cigarettes a day.
Does he really? Does he really?
Yeah.
But it's like, well, never mind. Like 5 years.
You wouldn't have a throat left if you smoked 17 packs a day. You would just be grunting, pussy.
That's why he can't make Back to the Future 4. He can't talk.
Hey Marty, here's what we're gonna do.
Great Scott!
You mean to tell me?
I was waiting for the rest of the line.
He dropped his trach ring.
You sound like a 62-year-old woman, like trying to pick up a young guy. Hey, boy.
Listen, when this thing hits 88 miles an hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
So is Christopher Lloyd smoking them with him? No, I'm confused.
Everybody smoked him Back to the Future.
That's true. Leah Thompson smoked.
He's saying the line.
Jesus Christ, you smoked.
This is the line, Lloyd.
Well, that's it for the Star Wars segment of this show. Let's talk about the other trailer that dropped earlier in the week, which everyone was talking about until Tuesday night, and that was the Justice League trailer. Woo!
Yay!
Yeah, listen to that excitement in my voice. So, we haven't talked about it on this channel at all. What do you guys think?
Holy shit. That movie looks like a fucking game from 2005. It looks like
a clusterfuck, like a giant clusterfuck.
It looks like garbage. It looks like fucking garbage, man. Like, I mean, even that brief fight scene with Wonder Woman and whoever the fuck, it looked, and like she turns to the camera and smiles. I'm like, did they literally put her head, like just the head, CGI on a body? Because that looked like garbage.
Real quick, she looks really different in this movie, and not in a good way. Like, she looks sickly or something. She looks different.
Yeah, she's lost a lot of weight. Like, her face is thinner.
I don't like the beginning of the trailer where it's just like, Superman's there. It's like, I guess you said yes. It's like, what? It's like, you're dead. Where are you? Oh, this is a dream. Is it? This is a dream. It's a dream. Oh, it's a dream. It's a dream.
It was all a dream.
Yeah.
Well, that's the bad thing too. Is these movies are so shittily done. They forced this whole Lois and Clark thing, right? Where they didn't even develop a relationship. They were just like fucking in Batman vs Superman, and then now she's so distraught that she's dreaming about him in the fucking field. Oh, I guess you said yes. Oh, the ring. She's like, like, bitch, you guys were banging for like 6 months.
Of course, you're gonna have dreams about him. Like one thing I will get commended about is like the music they use is not like generic like shitty music. They actually put a little fucking effort. Yeah, they put a little bit of fucking effort into that. I was like, okay, this is not like the normal trailer music. So, all right.
Once that guy started singing, I went, oh, Zack Snyder.
Yeah, and also like this weird stance the Flash does, and then like does this like a jujitsu move and then starts running. It's like, what are you doing? That's not how that works at all.
No, I didn't. Here's the first thought I had when I watched this trailer. We talked about this a moment ago. It's 2017. How does a movie from 5 years ago in the Avengers look so much more realistic? Like the Avengers fight scene in New York compared to the Justice League fight scene wherever. Like Justice League looks like a video game. Avengers looked real.
Oh, you're right, dude. Yeah, because you're entirely right.
Dude, when Steppenwolf hits the fucking ground with the hammer, that looks like that's going to be the shittiest fucking scene in the entire goddamn. That looked horrible.
Well, even with
I was like, this is a movie.
Even with the new Batmobile, like when they show that going through the building, I was like, that looks like a video game cutscene. That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Why was everything red? It looks like they're just on a soundstage. There's no like who. I was about to just scream out who the fuck directed this. I know who the fuck directed this. That's the fucking problem. But a bigger problem is how is he so unaware of the surroundings? Like it's like, hey, we're gonna film this whole movie in a fucking warehouse. Like, did you guys not learn anything from the Star Wars prequels? Like, at least with the original, well, not at least, but with the original ones, there were sets.
Even the beginning part of the trailer where they're in the field looks CG'd as fuck. Like, it looks like they're still in a fake field in like a warehouse. Like, it's really bad.
Yeah.
No, this is shit that Zack Snyder should have learned from fucking Sucker Punch, because that movie looked like goddamn garbage. It looks. I wish I was joking. I wish I was as clever and charming to make that a joke that worked, but it looks like fucking Sucker Punch. Like the fucking scene where the chick is fighting all the robots on the train. That's what those flying monsters look like, and it looks so bad. I'm just like.
Don't you dare talk about the parademons, Jack Kirby's Fourth World, blah, blah, blah. Masterpiece.
Oh, my God.
And also,
I'm embarrassed for Warner Brothers.
The stupid radio thing. It's like, oh, since Superman's dead, violence and crime have gone up 400%. I'm like, calm down.
Well, wouldn't Batman just start killing people even more now?
I was like, the Justice League is here. Like, what? Calm down. Like, Batman's there. Like, it's okay. Shit.
You know, if you would have told me that there's a Justice League movie coming out and an Avengers movie coming out when I was 10 years old, well, even a little younger, let's say 7 to 8, I would have said, I don't know who the Avengers are, but I can't wait to watch the Justice League, because Superman and Batman.
Also,
as an adult, what the fuck?
Also, the shot of Jason Momoa underwater looks fucking horrible.
Every shot looked stupid.
Yeah.
Every fucking CGI shot looked stupid.
It was very underwhelming.
Yeah.
I almost wish there was more to talk about with this trailer, because I really want to shit on it more.
I feel bad for Cyborg, because like his entire body is like he's wearing a green suit except for like part of his face. You know, like he's one of those green morph suits the entire time.
This is where he's being introduced in the fucking universe, and he looks like fucking garbage. I'm like,
it will not be a Cyborg film.
Hell no, fuck no. There's not even going to be another. There's a reason why they admitted that they're going to stick to just the singular movies and not a universe. Why the fuck would you admit that before Justice League? Now we know that you guys fucked the pooch in the asshole.
Yeah.
You know, like 2 weeks ago when I was sitting here going like, oh, maybe, with the right music and we're going to get the right tone, like this could be good. No. But,
okay, even if they did, it'd still be just a fucking trailer. Yeah, it may look good, it may be what we want, but it's still just a trailer. The movie's still going to suck.
Oh, I'll tell you this. This trailer, I hate to say it, the Star Wars trailer was so much better.
They're both...
it was way better. It was way better.
God, both of them are just like, they put shit into a blender and pressed, frappe, and it's just all gone together, and then it's like, all right, this is it. This is what we got. Do you like it? That's all we got. Sorry. This is it. Hope you like it. It's like, God damn it! Like, structure your trailer correctly. Both these trailers are not telling a fucking story at all. None of them mention the damn bad guy's like name at all. Like, we don't know who the fuck it is.
Yeah, but his toys are out, so they expect people to just be in the know online. Like, from this trailer, you don't know if there is even a fucking villain, because all they're doing is fighting an army.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't know who anybody is. It's like the Star Wars trailer. Just like, we don't know what's going on. We don't even have an inkling of any sort of story structure here. It's just like a giant studio with money is playing with fucking action figures, and they're like, oh, we'll make it all look cool. CG here, gun blast there, lasers here, pew pew pew. It's like, calm the fuck down.
And the thing is, that can work. I always use the Avengers as an example. Like, I put on the Avengers just out of it now.
Okay, yeah. And the thing I thought about the Avengers is, like, they're in an actual city with New York, like, crumbling, and and I've watched the behind the scenes and things like that, and like they put a lot of work into that, and to structure it into an actual city and and show parts of it while they're fighting makes a big difference. In Justice League, it's like all of a sudden they're on Mars, like everything's red and shit. Like, what happened?
Yeah, and there's no people around. Like in the Avengers, they had to set up like, hey, we need to get the civilians to this place, blah blah blah. The police get involved, the military gets involved. It's an event. Like, it makes sense. We're not asking for super realism, but we want these people to at least treat the situation as like how we would do it on Earth.
Well, yeah, like if this were to happen tomorrow.
And not only that, but I think the weirdest thing about this trailer. So when they came out with the trailer for Batman vs Superman, they showed the twist at the end. It's Lex Luthor somehow brings back Doomsday, right? And then we're like, what the fuck? This trailer, they're like, well, we're not going to show anything, but we're going to show all the fucking effects. And it was the opposite, but it was okay. Way to do what we said, but do it in the shittiest fucking way possible. Like, you don't show the villain, but you show all the shitty effects. You show the shitty action scenes. You show the weird ass interaction between the fucking characters. Where it's fucking,
my
Aquaman,
man.
Yeah, my man. Aquaman and the fucking Batmobile, and it's just like we fight together, and it's fucking also, like, is that your signal? I'm like, this is not what we meant.
God, I fucking hated the fucking villain.
Oh my god!
Also, when Aquaman lands on that car, he lands and like he just fucking like comes down on it like Superman. It's like there was no like bump or like there was no flexing of the car. Like, he just comes down on it and like apparently the car can take it. Like, what? No, that looks horrible.
I know, it was so...
Can we talk a minute about The Flash, though? When you brought up the whole, how much you hated that scene, my problem with all of, like, genre entertainment is we get these characters that represent the audience. Now, I know people go, but you always need a character to represent the audience in a weird world. I understand that, but we use, like, Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker didn't go, wow, the Empire, wow, the Rebel Alliance, wow, this, oh my god, oh my god. The characters don't need to be fans of the situations they're in. They need to be unaware of where they are, and we need to watch them grow and expand. We don't need them to go, oh, holy shit, like a fucking nerd out in the audience. Like, that's the problem with these movies. We get these, like, they're trying to give these movies, like, the fan interaction moment, which doesn't work because these movies don't stand up through the test of time. Like,
right.
Albeit not every Marvel movie will, but like the first Avengers will hold up because it doesn't really like ground itself in a really shitty time in entertainment. It's kind of like the best of what came out that year. All these other movies are just there. They're not events. They're not memorable.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's just, and it's weird as fuck, right? Because they're like, okay, he's the young kid, and he's fucking super cool, and it's like, if he's that character where he's like, oh my god, you're Wonder Woman, you're Batman and Wonder Woman wouldn't want to work with this fucking kid. If Batman's not going to pick someone, Batman would just be like, okay, well, you're not ready. You're going to fucking sit in the Batcave until I think that you're ready. That's what Batman would do. He wouldn't be like, yeah, that's my thing, awkward walk off with the hot chick. Let's do it. No, he'd be like, no, you're not ready. Let me go find fucking Green Arrow or something or whatever. Like that's what pissed me off. I'm like, this is not the fucking Justice League. At least in the comic books and in the fucking animated series, the Flash was a smartass, but when shit went down, he was serious.
Yeah.
In this Flash, it's just like, oh my god, my favorite chair. Oh, is that your signal? Oh, are we gonna? Okay. It's like, oh my god, I fucking get it. You just graduated from high school yesterday. Fucking A. Jesus Christ. You're not me, bitch. I know. Even though I like that part in The Force Awakens.
We can't all be perfect.
Damn.
Seriously though, that movie just looks like a clusterfuck, like you guys have said before. I'll just echo that sentiment. I'm not. I'm excited for Thor. I don't give a fuck about the Justice League.
Yeah, like me too. Like I like, and you know, it's funny because like I think Marvel's being kind of low key with everything else. Like, all right, we're gonna show you the trailer every now and again. Like, it's gonna come every now and again. They're not like putting it in your face, like putting it like during a fucking football game. It's like, no, we're just gonna release it. It's fine. You know, but and honestly, like I'm excited about the Ragnarok because it looks like it's gonna be a lot of fun. You know, like I'm legitimately want to watch it.
It looks like nothing we've been given in the MCU.
Yeah, exactly.
Because all the other movies, just most, with the exception of Guardians, they'll take place on Earth. This one's going off to a really strange land, and we're going to get to see like a gladiatorial battle and all kinds of shit we've never had before. And we're going to get to see the Hulk talk. Like
that was what I was going to mention. I'm glad we get to see the Hulk talk. That's going to be pretty funny as well.
Have you guys heard that in the next 3 movies are supposed to be like the Hulk trilogy?
Yeah. Because they might be going towards not World War Hulk. Oh yeah, World War Hulk. I'm like, ooh shit.
What's that storyline?
So he got shot off to a different planet. He fucking, it's supposed to, he gets to the planet. He's a gladiator. He ends up saving the planet, and then the ship that he comes in on explodes. It destroys the planet, and he blames Iron Man and Doctor Strange and Mr. Fantastic, and he comes back to Earth and he goes, give me these guys or I'm going to crush your whole fucking planet. And he comes back and he kicks all their asses, and they have to almost like kill him to stop him. Like no one, he almost beats the thing to death. They have to get Sentry, who has like the power of 1,000 suns, to fucking fight the Hulk and almost incinerate the planet. Like, it's fucking hardcore.
Well, the thing is, we can't get that storyline in the MCU.
Right, and they're going to change
because
do something different.
Well, no, they can't give it to us at all because him being off-world is Thor Ragnarok. So we're already at the Planet Hulk segment of the story. He's not going to come. We know that he's going to come back to Earth to help with the Infinity War.
Right.
So, like, I don't think we'll ever. I was going to read something I found in a few minutes about how people are starting. Well, Screen Rant is starting to suggest that they should end the MCU at Phase 3, which I've thought so for the last couple months. You guys can hear me on the podcast talk about it. I don't think they can really do those kind of stories after this. They'll have to just be like Scarlett Johansson and a couple other people.
Yeah, and I mean, even before the podcast, like I said it as well, it's like Disney's going to be stuck with 2 dead franchises very quickly. Because they're scrambling doing live action remakes of their old movies. Yeah, that's well and good, but they're remakes and nobody's really going to care. Star Wars is becoming a fucking dumpster fire, and people are catching on real quick. And then people are getting fatigued of superhero movies, and they're ready for this to fucking end. They're getting universe fatigue, is what I'm calling it, of these extended universes and things like that. They're ready for the one-off good movie that they can rewatch for 10 years, 20 years, whatever. They're ready for that again. They want that to happen again. They're tired of universe building. They're tired of, it's like, oh, wait, you didn't like this movie? Well, wait until we, come to part 10, man. It'll all come together. Swear to God, it'll all come together. It's like, no, we want a good experience. We want to be able to go back to the movie, enjoy ourselves, get our money's worth, and then leave. Yeah, I
don't want to spend $200 to get a story.
Yeah, like no, like one and done good storytelling. Like back to good storytelling, concise storytelling. Tell a good story once, and then if it's really really awesome, and maybe do a part 2.
Yeah.
So
let's see. So that was the Justice League trailer. I guess we're less excited for that than Star Wars. So
not saying much.
Yeah, I ain't saying too much. So
I'm not excited for Star Wars either.
No. Star Wars could just not come out, and I'd be okay with that. Wow, that was a fucking car on my street. Sorry, listeners.
It's getting buzzed by airplanes over there.
Yeah.
The Star Wars fans found him.
Yeah, they're kamikazing into Jeff's house as we speak.
No, they're going to be a bunch of fat nerds with fucking bathrobes and toy lightsabers.
Send out the one that you call Jeff. It's a day of reckoning.
I'll walk out and fight every single one of them.
I just want to film that. I want to shoot that.
Yeah,
you know they're in trouble when some motherfucker comes up to me and waves his hand in my face and tells me to, like, you know, I don't want to fight or whatever. It's like, no, just punch him in the mouth. Like, because you know people at conventions try that shit. They, like, do that stupid Obi-Wan Kenobi pose from Episode 3 and they look all menacing. I'm like, I look at them in the eyes and I get really sad for a moment and then I say, you are not the character. You are not an actor. You are an idiot. Just stop trying to pretend. Like, we got to stop worrying about this, oh, but everyone wants to be a part of something. No, you don't. Not everyone gets to be a part of something. Like, I'm not a part of the Bengals. I'm not a part of many things. It doesn't fucking bother me.
Did you say the Bengals or the Bengals?
Wait, hold on. Did you say bagels? Because I'm kind of hungry now.
I could eat.
You say Bengals? Because I like to fuck gals.
That's the name of the cheerleaders here in town, Dion. You laugh. No, but everyone's trying to be a part of everything, and like the entertainment culture is the shittiest it's ever been.
Yeah,
because like you can't enjoy anything because like everyone's trying to like make it their own. Like we can't like appreciate a movie for what it is. Everyone has to interpret it. Everyone has to try to bastardize it because they can't comprehend what someone else created. Like we'll never get something truly original or great again because you're going to have either studios making the safe bet so they won't take a chance, or you're going to have people on the internet that try to analyze this shit to death, and stupid people are just going to pick up on that analysis, excuse me, because analyzation is not a word, that analysis, and then they're going to just all of a sudden, it is now, it's on World Class
College.
Get fucking that little Webster kid with his dictionary here right now.
Oh, Manuel Lou. You ever seen those photos of Michael Jackson carrying him around?
Yeah, it's very odd.
Weird.
In hindsight, you're like, poor Webster took it in the cornhole from Michael Jackson, but whatever. Poor little kid. So, real quick, Screen Rant had an article that you guys can check out. It says, why Phase 3 needs to end the MCU as we know it. And I agree 100%. I haven't even read the article yet. Because nothing else is going to interest me next. They got all their best characters. Like they could have not put Spider-Man in it, and I would have been happy. But whatever, that's just me.
Well, they had to put Spider-Man in there. It's Spider-Man. They can't let him not be Spider-Man. Come on, man.
It was better when Spider-Man was not in the MCU.
They just told
because we didn't have that stupid timeline shift.
Yeah.
Because now we have to have an official timeline come out. Because the timeline worked until fucking Spider-Man took place in 2018. It's like, huh? What? Or no, does it take place in 2020?
2020.
2020, I think.
Yeah.
I think they show it in...
What the fuck is this?
Yeah, because it's in Homecoming. I think there's the date.
That might be my least favorite MCU movie after Iron Man 2.
Dude, and feel free to listen to what Jeff and I talked about after I saw Homecoming. Like, see, I'm selfish. I'm okay with them continuing on with the superhero movies. Don't do universe, though. Just do like individual movies, which I'd be cool with. But if you ever need,
but please, oh my God, please do them like every 2 years, not like 5 a year. Like like
much.
Calm it the fuck down. Yeah, calm it the fuck down.
I'd be okay with more Batman movies.
Oh God, yes.
Yep.
Oh God,
make Batman, make Blade, make a good Spider-Man.
Please make Blade. Bring Blade back.
Make a Punisher movie.
And make a good goddamn Fantastic Four movie. Just Marvel, use the money that you get from fucking Infinity War, use that money, buy the Marvel's first family back, and show them how to make a goddamn Fantastic Four.
Why don't you just buy 20th Century Fox in general?
Disney,
Can we please get Blade and Punisher in a movie together, fighting vampires and and people? God. Can we do that, please? Because I would. To me, that'd be so much fun. That'd be so much fun.
Nick, you already made me come in bed. Now you just made me come on the phone.
Jesus.
I do what I can. I do what I can.
I don't want to make you come, but I will if I have to.
See, this podcast brings people together.
Sexually. No, Dion, Nick, I would love that movie. I would love, I want more superhero movies, but I want them to be smaller in theme. I don't feel like we can build to anything bigger than Thanos.
Yeah, and
from now on, a Marvel movie needs to just be like a Captain America film, and he's dealing with whatever, and then maybe he gets the Falcon and Bucky to help him, and that's it. We don't need Iron Man and Thor to come in and save the day. And if Thor's got a movie, he's off-world and he runs into Beta Ray Bill, blah, blah, blah. We don't need to call the fucking Guardians of the Galaxy. And if Scarlet Johansson and Hawkeye are off on a mission, we don't need to call in Spider-Man or something. Like, don't make everything connected anymore. Like, use the characters, use the same world, but make it even bigger by showing us the smaller elements.
Yeah, definitely. And I mean, I really do want more Blade movies. I know Wesley Snipes is down for it. I'm down for it. Those movies were fun. Not all of them were great, but they were at least fun to watch.
The first one's awesome.
First one's good.
Second one is good too. Second one is very
I love the second one so much. The third one
is my favorite.
The third one is kind of like, oh man, that's kind of painful to watch, but I'll still watch it though.
The third one was just Triple H and fucking Ryan Reynolds.
Ryan Reynolds, yeah.
Doesn't Triple H have metal teeth in that movie?
He does.
Yep, and he has a vampire Chihuahua dog.
Yeah, he does. It's
yeah, I haven't seen that one.
But like,
I don't even like Blade 2.
I mean, I want more of those movies because as long as they're in the vein of like 1 and 2, I'll be fine. Give Guillermo del Toro Blade. Let him fuck with that universe and have fun with that. I'll be okay with that.
Hey, can we keep it all at night and can we keep it in New York City? I don't really want to see Blade in Europe in the first movie again. Like, bring him back home. And him and the Punisher
it was the second movie he was in Europe. The first one I think was in New Orleans.
No, the first one's in New York.
This is in New York.
No, it's on the
New York City.
It's not New York City. They say a street in the beginning of the movie, and it's somewhere in New Orleans.
I mean, I actually been to both places, but I'm pretty sure Blade 1 takes place in New York, because they go to New Jersey.
There's one, I can't remember, it's in the fucking special edition. It's one, I can't remember the name of the fucking street. I had to look it up again, but I mean, one of us, I got to Wikipedia that shit, but I guess it's one of the names of the street, I think it's the chick's apartment, and it's supposed to be like a little nod to the fact that they're in New Orleans.
Well, the film was shot in Los Angeles.
Right. Well, yeah, they do that all the time.
Let's see. 30 years later, he's in a rave club. Deacon Frost, blah blah blah. Whistler, leave the city, but the description says the city.
Yeah. There's no actual like thing there.
La Magra. God, that movie was awesome, though.
I know, the backstory was
kid.
Awesome. Yeah, like fucking the Blood God and fucking Steven Dorff.
I know.
Stefan, sir.
Oh, yeah, to me, he's badass. He's back.
And also, this is a Marvel movie, and it was $45 million. That was the budget.
Where does Blade take place? It doesn't really say. God damn it! I always thought he lived. Well, in the comic, he lives in New York. So.
Well, I think in the comic, the rewrite.
Oh wait, no, here it is, right here. The movie Blade and the several Blade films take place in New York, but it never really does say where it takes place, and there really isn't any romance in the movie. Whatever, it's not New Orleans for sure, because they show a downtown that is not New Orleans.
I'm trying to find it right now.
Spawn takes place in New York as well.
Yeah, because Rat City's in New York.
Most superhero movies take place in New York.
Yeah, man. It's where all the crazy shit happens, bro.
Hey, even though Superman 1 and 2 take place in Metropolis, they filmed it all in New York.
Well, Metropolis is like, a synonym of New York. It's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, it's like Gotham.
Well,
Gotham's more like, I think, Chicago.
Well, according to the DCEU, they're just right across the river from each other. Oh. And there's those stupid idiots. Oh, they've always been across the river. No. Go read No Man's Land. Well. Go read fucking any of these other stories where Gotham and New York, or not Gotham and Metropolis are very far apart.
Yeah, well.
There's Star City up there, too, and all that stuff.
Tromaville's also across the river from New York, too.
We don't talk about Trumaville, okay? We don't talk about Trumaville.
Or baseball, Nick. All right, let's talk about something fun, though. Real quick, before we get off the topic of comic book movies. Thor Ragnarok is tracking for the franchise's biggest opening weekend. Thor Ragnarok is on track to have the biggest opening in the history of the series, with between $90 and $100 million over the November 3rd to 5th weekend.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
I'm pumped.
Yeah, I'm excited for it as well. It looks like it's going to be a lot of fun.
I'm excited for those shots that look like a storybook painting come to life.
Oh yeah.
Like, visually, this movie looks more interesting than anything we've seen from Marvel in I don't know how many years. Doctor Strange looked cool, I'll give it that. But like, as much as I love Civil War, it's very grounded, and that's the point of it.
Yeah.
That's completely the point. So, that's that. And then we got a little bit of news right here. The Beetlejuice 2 script is getting a rewrite.
Oh, God.
Wait, was it greenlit anyways?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice 2, the long in development and highly anticipated sequel to Tim Burton's 1988 cult classic, is reportedly getting a rewrite. Deadline reports that Rememory writer Mike Vukandovich has been tasked with penning the horror comedy. Vukandovich also wrote the upcoming Disney film Mr. Toad's Wild Ride, based on the Disneyland ride. So I guess it's happening.
Why?
Okay.
Because plot?
Because money?
I know, but still, it's like asked for.
Yeah.
Well. Oh, well.
Yeah, and I mean, it's Beetlejuice. Like, do we really need a part 2 now? I mean, come on.
Yeah, there was like nothing about the first movie when it ended that said, oh, okay, there's totally a sequel here someplace.
Well, I know,
but that's what I kind of like, because we can do anything with Beetlejuice.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I remember hearing as well, like, they're doing Hocus Pocus. They're remaking Hocus Pocus for TV.
Gay.
Which really pisses me off. It's like, it's perfect. Don't fuck with it. Don't fuck with it. It's really good. Just leave it alone.
Now, would you guys rather have this Beetlejuice or Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian, the original sequel? That was the idea.
See, Mike
probably Hawaiian.
Michael
Hawaiian. That sounds hilarious.
In Hawaii, doing a lot of like vacation jokes. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'd rather have Beetlejuice in the Hood personally.
Oh my god!
It's called Leprechaun in the Hood. Yeah, well, there could be. I know we could have a crossover. Beetlejuice wins hands down.
Yeah, because he's taller.
Step on the pedals, bitch.
Well, when we have our $1 trillion in our time machine, Nick, we'll go back in time and make Beetlejuice 2. Beetlejuice Goes Hawaiian.
Yay!
Actually, we don't need a time machine. We need to be able to travel to other dimensions. So it's like, hey, we don't want to change our timeline. We just want to see what if.
Yeah, because then we can buy DVDs for parallel dimensions and bring them back.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
The Crow sequel starring Brandon Lee.
There you go.
Goddamn.
The 5th Pierce Brosnan James Bond film.
Yep.
See that one? I actually
Spider-Man 4.
Yep.
I'll take that.
God damn it! With the Shocker, the one that we wrote on in college, Dion.
Yep.
On that balcony, drunk as shit.
Fuck yeah. Oh, I'd watch that.
All right, so Nick, you had some news.
Yeah, I do. It's about Ash vs. Evil Dead. Unfortunately, it's not doing as good as we thought.
Oh,
which really makes me mad because that show is fucking amazing. Like I bought the first 2 seasons on Blu-ray, and I'm glad I own them. Apparently, the 3rd season was supposed to come out in October, but it's coming out in February. And yeah, I know. Oh, I know. And like it's a good. I mean, I think it's because it's on Stars, people don't have a lot of access to it, and that's the problem. But I'm glad it's on Stars because they can do a lot of violent, dumb, weird shit. They have that leeway. And if it wasn't on there, it wouldn't be as good. But I think that's a problem. And I think even now, the season 3 might be the last season. And there's a fan petition to bring it back. But it's that's the thing is the fan petition won't do anything because it's a petition. People, you have to give your fucking money for them to realize that there's a demand for it. That's how these things work. That's why there's so many fucking sequels of these really shitty movies, because they were given money. If you give money to Ash vs. Evil Dead, if you buy the DVDs, buy the shirts, buy whatever, hell, even if you get the 30-day free trial of Starz and binge watch the first 2 seasons, that'll still count. They'll take that into consideration, because then they'll know there's demand for it. And that's easy as hell to do. Just remember, at the end of 30 days, cancel your card or something. Or whatever, cancel your subscription because you've watched all the seasons or whatever. But do that, do that, because it's a good show. It's a damn good show.
Great show.
It's a very good show.
Yeah, I'm really excited for season 3. I hope we get a season 4 because it deserves it. And come on, it's Bruce Campbell. He needs work.
I don't know if he needs any more work, but I need more of that show.
Definitely. It's just once again, good show, and it's a good continuation of the movies. They've done it really well and properly. So I can't say any more about it. Just support it financially, please.
Yeah, stop talking about the fucking porgs and go out and buy a copy of Ash vs. Evil Dead on Blu-ray. Get yourself the action figures. Do it. Go buy the Evil Dead trilogy on Blu-ray.
God, do that.
Because you need to own it.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm. They're great movies.
Let's see. Let me check something.
Is that the strongest horror trilogy?
Ooh, probably the most recognizable. I'm gonna say the most recognizable for sure. You say Ash, you say Ash, or you say Evil Dead, people know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, let's see.
I think of a better one.
On Amazon, the first season Blu-ray is $20. The DVD is about $17. The second season Blu-ray is $30. The DVD is $25. So you have no fucking excuse not to get it at all.
Yeah. It just pisses me off that stuff that actually has some artistry behind it and some quality storytelling and some fun gets canceled. But the Inhumans got a fucking IMAX screening release.
Why? Why?
It looked like oh my! I can't believe. So whoever is fucking hustling for the Inhuman project needs to get paid
His name is Ike Perlmutter.
That motherfucker is doing an amazing job. The theaters were like, yeah, this is a good idea. This is a good idea. No, this looks good. He convinced them of that. That's fucking crazy.
And no. They shot an IMAX, which I'm sure was a giant chunk of their budget as well. Let's be honest.
Well, that show cost $80 million to make.
Oh, fuck me.
What the
wow.
Yeah.
ABC, what did you do with that?
No. Okay, first of all, in the realm of making shows, so the entire season cost $80 million, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. One episode of The Get Down cost $100 million from Netflix, but that's Netflix money. Let's be honest.
Jesus.
Yeah. These are also the people who are going to spend $6 billion next year on more content that we don't want or don't want to watch.
Yeah, it's not even that I don't want to watch good stuff. I'll watch Black Mirror season 4, but that's it.
But even
some
then,
of that's going to be a lot of those movies that got caught in production hell. So that's why I'm partially okay with that, because a lot of, and I'm not sure, I don't know which ones for sure, but a lot of them are going to be those movies that Netflix is just buying the rights to, obviously without negotiating the fucking price down, but buying the rights to a lot of those movies and then just putting them on Netflix, which I'm all for. But random original TV shows, fucking get the catalog back, guys. Get the catalog back.
What's Netflix's end game is what I want to know.
To just be
own the stream game, man.
Yeah.
They won't, though.
No, they won't.
The stream game's going to die because everyone's getting greedy.
Yeah, I agree with you. It's gonna. I mean, it's the fact that there's no back catalog for anything. Hell, if I want to watch an old movie and I can't, why would I want Netflix? Why would I want to watch fucking Orange Is the New Black season 12 when it sucks?
The show needs to end.
Oh, entirely.
Because she's only in jail for 9 months.
Jeez.
How fucking long is that 9-month sentence going to be portrayed? It's getting dumb.
Yeah, I agree. They need to they should have ended Orange is the New Black and given the money towards fucking The Get Done, because I love that show. I really did. Even the second part was still good to me. I still liked it, and man, it was so good. And they're just like, no more. It's like, fuck you guys. And even Sense8 apparently it costs like $100 million to make each episode of that. It's like, well, don't just like turn on the money hose. Like, how about you budget your shit actually?
Yeah, because I look at that stuff like, okay, I'm looking at the end of the Avengers. You can see the $250 million budget on screen. Like, everything is top notch. A lot of these Netflix shows still feel small.
Yeah.
Well, because a huge part of their budget is just paying for the fucking stars. Like, you know, I feel weird about this Will Smith movie coming out on Netflix. The fairy dust one, whatever the fuck.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
You guys paid. Yeah. You paid all that money to get Will Smith? Like, that's the thing that you did? Into film in L.A.? Like, goddamn, guys. Like, what happened to a little bit of substance? Fucking, you don't have to spend $250 million for a TV show. Like, you can, you know, give a shit about it. You can make some legit stars. You don't have to get top-notch people just to fucking buy Netflix.
No. But, you know, I think we talked a lot about Netflix, especially last week. Now, I heard a rumor that Hulu's lowering their prices to
they are, but they're only doing it for like a month.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, I think what it is that you have a month to get on it and get it at the lower price, and then they'll go back to normal stuff. Or they're only doing it for a month. I forget exactly what the stipulations are.
Are they going to lower my bill for a month since I'm a loyal subscriber?
No, they're not going to do that.
Probably not.
Yeah, fuck those people.
It's probably like one of those things, like when you see the advertisements for cell phones, it's like, get unlimited everything and 25 phones and free iPhones for only $50 a month. And it's like, new subscribers only. Yeah. Like, hey, I've been with you for 8 years. Can I get that deal? Nope, sorry. New subscribers are only. Go fuck yourself and pay your bill.
I'd like to go to AT&T.
Jeez.
Like, just that kind of shit pisses me off. Like, kiss the people's asses who, you know, are keeping you afloat at all times.
Yeah, it's that's the way it should be. Well, I mean, I know Netflix did at the beginning. They're doing the price hike. Like, they had like legacy members who'd been there for a long time weren't affected by it, but then like now everybody's affected by the price hike. It's like, nope, sorry, not everybody. Only the American subscribers are.
Oh,
no
that's
overseas, no
racist.
Canadian. I don't think. Only the American ones are getting the price hike. It's like, you have the rest of the world. Put it on everybody. Just put it on us. Like, calm the fuck down.
Fucking Trump.
Well, like I said, man, the streaming game is not forever.
Yeah, we may have to go back to fucking cable and satellite.
Oh,
Or
hell
physical
no.
media.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, physical probably. Definitely not cable, because they're too fucking stupid to figure this shit out. And you had Time Warner try to make a monopoly. The government had to literally tell them, we can't have monopolies in fucking cable television, guys. When they tried to combine with AT&T or whatever. They're too stupid to figure that shit out. And, you know, streaming, I don't know if streaming will ever die, but, you know, Netflix ain't fucking helping. I mean, especially now, I mean, you got, you know, PlayStation View and shit coming out. I think streaming's going to be around for a while, but Netflix is probably going to fucking work its way right out the goddamn door.
Well, streaming technology won't go away, but what I mean by that is people aren't going to subscribe to everything to watch it all. Like, there's going to need to be a service that essentially will mimic cable, but it'll be streaming over the internet. Like, we're going to eventually get, it's like, well, if all these studios, like Disney's taking all their shit and going away with it, you know down the road you're going to get like 20th Century Fox to do it, this, that. It's going to just be like, well, this is all dumb. People like me are just going to get fed up with it and just cancel it
here's
all.
the secret to streaming right here, okay? We want all of our back catalog whenever we want it on every device we have. We just want to watch everything we used to watch, we liked, all the old stuff we want to watch all the time, whenever we want to, however we want to, on the toilet, on the shitter, on the airplane, anywhere. Okay? And we want the new stuff a little bit after it gets released on physical media. Like, that's all we want. You abide by those two rules, and you're golden.
Yeah. Well, That's not the future, man. The future's stupid.
Nope. Yeah, I mean, add to your do your own studio stuff. Add to your fucking library, whatever. Make your own content. That's fine, but don't make that like your main thing because hell, I want to watch Spies Like Us every now and again, and I want to make sure I can fucking do that.
Yep, but we can't because Netflix doesn't want to pay the probably oddly small amount to
No, but they'll spend $100 million on a dumb fucking show. So,
well, because the new shows are sexy and the old ones aren't. Like,
but there's a reason the old thing that drives me crazy. It's like, oh well, we need to make shows like iBoy. Wait, like what? Oh well, don't listen. Hear us out. We got the little midget English chick in it. She's a part of the show. So, I'm not fucking watching a show called iBoy, Netflix. What the fuck is the matter with you? And it's like,
a lot.
What you could have done, you could have bought what? A couple hundred movies to add to the catalog for that shitty fucking show?
Damn it, Netflix, you could have brought Psych back. Shit.
Yeah, go home, Netflix. You're drunk. God damn it.
You deleted Psych, motherfuckers. Like, you could have brought that back. Now I have to illegally download it and put it on all my devices. Fuck you.
But thank you for saving Trailer Park Boys. Like the only reason why I ever get Netflix sometimes.
Oh god, like they have Scrubs, which I'm probably gonna rewatch here soon. It's like, and that's probably gonna be like the only thing I use it for.
I sat through Family Ties multiple times when it was on Netflix, but there's no other shows I do that for anymore.
Yeah, and I mean, even when they do bring back catalog stuff up, it's only for like a month at the most, and it's really fucking irritating. Because I remember they had all the Beverly Hills Cop, but they had part 1 was like there for like only 2 weeks or something. It was dumb.
Yeah. Well, Kendo, what are your news?
Right. So the Han Solo movie the trailer's cut and the title reveal and the trailer are coming soon, according to this. The first teaser for the upcoming Young Han Solo spinoff movie is reportedly edited, and the film's officially title should be revealed in the near future. I guess they've already had a wrap party, but there's still a bunch of work to do because Opie's got to do some filming still, and then he's got to do a couple other things, whatever, director's got to do, and Opie himself. And eventually, I'm assuming, at some point, we should be getting the trailer and the name. I mean, I don't know what they're going to... I mean, what would the title reveal even be?
It would be Han Solo of the younger years.
Yeah, or Young Han Solo, Smuggler. A Star Wars story.
Yeah, Smuggler, a Star Wars story.
Oh, God.
The Kessel.
I'm going with Han Solo Legacy.
Han Solo Legacy.
How to make the Kessel
retarded.
run in 12 parsecs. A Star Wars story.
Less than 12 parsecs.
Or parsec. A Star Wars story.
Or a Star Wars story. Greedo did not shoot first.
Wait, did you hear that backstory about why Greedo was mad at Han Solo? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
No. Oh God, tell me.
I heard it's because funny. I heard it was because like Han Solo stole his girlfriend.
Yeah, it was some dumb shit like that.
Wouldn't I always thought the backstory was just he was a bounty hunter coming to collect because Jabba had a bounty on his head.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's a joke or it's true or whatever, but I just thought that was funny. I was like, really?
I think that was just an online rumor, like a fan theory or something.
Yeah. Probably.
Stop with the fan theories, people. You're not going to make Star Wars better or any other franchise better.
Yeah, you're just going to sound stupid.
It makes it... the thing is, these people don't pay attention to these movies enough. Like, all these fan theories are resolved if you just paid attention to the shit you claim to like. For example, we talked about Bond at the beginning of the episode. We'll end out in a minute with James Bond again. It's not a code name. It's his real fucking name. They had to take and make the ending of Skyfall to slap you in the face with that. It's one fucking guy. But people on the internet still go on about that. Why? Because you're all stupid. Well, not all of you. You listen to this show. But the people out there that still think it's a code name, get it through your fucking head. It's not. It's his real name. Anyway, Kendo, did you have more news?
Yeah. Did you guys get your Szechuan sauce? Because, I guess McDonald's, they pulled the old Nintendo and only put out a little scarce amount of stuff to try to get people all sex nuts and retard strong for it. And So
I heard they sold 11 billion packs of Szechuan sauce, dude. Come on.
Yeah, and actually, it's 11 billion chicken McNuggets and 11.1 billion Szechuan sauce packets.
My bad.
That way. So anyway, I guess McDonald's is going to try to make things right, and they're actually going to bring back the Szechuan sauce, permanently or some shit. I just think it's funny that like this whole thing was like spurred on by a like 10-second bit on Rick and Morty.
For one episode.
Yeah, it's like one
That's
episode.
where we are as a society right
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So, Rick makes a joke about freaking out about not being able to get the Szechuan sauce because it was a limited thing. I'm pretty sure it was accurate in the cartoon where it talks about how it came out when Mulan was a thing. And shit, that was 17, 18 years ago. But what I love is, like, you see all over social media these people, like, freaking out that they didn't get it. And it's all, like, these kids that are, like, 15, 16. It's like, you weren't even fucking alive when this shit was out, okay? I had the Szechuan sauce when it was out because it was one of those things. It's like, oh, I want to give it a try. Yeah, it was fine. It was all right. I mean, I'm not sitting here years later being like, God damn it, Rick, you're right. I need Szechuan sauce back in my fucking life again. Oh, how will I cope with just sweet and sour?
Or ranch. Oh, God, just ranch.
Shit, they only got the hot mustard today. Oh, God. Which, by the way, if you mix the hot mustard with the sweet and sour, it's pretty nice.
Note to self, don't eat McDonald's nuggets.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea. That's a good idea for life.
Yeah.
True.
That's my life lesson for this episode. No, but Kendo, you're right, though. People are going on and on about it. They've never experienced it. It was on a TV show. I wish Rick and Morty would talk about something that didn't exist and then have people go nuts for it, too, just to show how dumb they are.
Yeah. 'Cause,
like, realistically, you people should be doing other shit with your lives. Better yourself.
yeah, take a college course in, like, economics or something.
Go to the gym.
Get a hand job.
Yeah, stop being a douchebag.
Yeah, give a stranger a hand job, like something that'll make somebody feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get one from Dion. He owes $7,000.
Give someone an orgasm or give yourself an orgasm. What's the big deal?
I don't think they have the ability to give someone else an orgasm if they're in line at a McDonald's. We want the sauce!
Oh, yeah. If you're fucking dorking out over Szechuan sauce, you've got bigger problems in your life.
Take your ass to Walmart and buy a bottle of their Szechuan sauce.
Yeah, or just fucking Google how to make it because you can get like any sauce. Like nowadays, you can go and you can find out how to make like Raising Cane sauce. Because
I've never eaten there before.
Well, when you come out for the movie, we can go. There's
we have one right by me. I just have never been.
It's pretty good. It's not bad.
Dan called me on the phone to tell me how much he hated it.
pretty good.
Yeah, I enjoy Raising Canes. The coleslaw on their Texas toast ain't anything great, but the strips are pretty good, and the salt, like the Raising Cane sauce, is pretty decent. But yeah, no, I mean you could. I'll type it in right now. I'll Google how to make McDonald's Szechuan sauce. It's the fucking first thing that pops up, and here it is: how to make your own Szechuan sauce. There you go.
No. That's what those fucking kids should do. Like, yeah, go beg your parents, go get the ingredients and do it yourself.
Yeah, right here. It's how to make the Szechuan sauce, and it's 6 cloves of garlic. God damn it! I don't fucking want this pop-up thing. 4 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar. Add soy sauce to taste. Add 2 tablespoon plum sake. Drink an additional 3 ounces, it says. Reduce sauce slightly. Drink an additional 1.5 ounces plum sake. 3.5 tablespoons of sriracha or cock sauce.
My boner's gone now, Kendo.
I am trying to help the
Fucking, you reading the ingredients list right now, motherfucker? You made the point already. We get it, man. You don't just read the whole. God damn, I'm sitting over here like
Dion complained about somebody else talking for a long time.
Damn.
That was really good. I like that.
I still like Dion. It's all right.
No, good. That's why you're on the show, goddammit.
That's right. So, all right, I'm off the Szechuan sauce, but I got my Jeff story of the week.
All right, let's hear that.
Let's see. The story is about how Arnold Schwarzenegger tricked Sylvester Stallone into doing "Don't Stop or My Mom Will Shoot."
Oh, I gotta hear this story.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah.
So, as everybody knows, Schwarzenegger and Stallone had a beef. They feuded big time during the 90s over like who was the bigger action star and all that great stuff. So Schwarzenegger, he was quoted as he was at a fest, like doing a Q&A at Beyond Fest 2017, and he said that he's glad it got straightened out because it wasn't pretty and that they were attacking each other in the press relentlessly. Kids, back in the old days, you had to like say shit to reporters to get them to like put it in the papers. It wasn't just Twitter ranting. And so essentially they were like doing a lot of like, topping each other type stuff. So like if one person did a movie like this, the other one tried to do that back and forth. So eventually Schwarzenegger was given the script for Stop or My Mom Will Shoot, which if you've seen it, it's fucking awful. And so he says, I read the script. It was so bad. I've also done some movies that went right in the toilet, right? That were bad, but this was really bad, Schwarzenegger recalls. So I went in. This was during our war. I said to myself, I'm going to leak out that I have tremendous interest. I know the way it works in Hollywood. I would then ask for a lot of money. So then they'd say, let's go give it to Sly. Maybe we can get him for cheaper. So Schwarzenegger told them that it went all over the press. They went to Stallone, offered it to him, and he took it.
So my God.
Schwarzenegger says, and he went for it. He totally went for it. A week later, I heard about it. Sly is signing out to do the movie, and I said, pumped my fist and said, yes.
God damn.
Like Why isn't that man president?
Like a fiddle. Jesus Christ.
So that is how Arnold Schwarzenegger tricked Sylvester Stallone into making Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Oh my God, that's amazing!
That is incredible.
Oh jeez,
that's fucking incredible.
And that's all I got.
So now it is time for the fan interaction portion of the show. So we got a couple emails. People are starting to email us more regularly, which I like.
Yay.
So this one comes from Lime Green Hulk. Hey bullshitters, I just wanted to say some stuff and comment on some shit, but instead of commenting 1,000 times, I just decided to email you. Thank you. First off, I'd like to say that if you're serious about the Star Wars Patreon podcast, I'd be happy to join. Also, for WCBS 100, I'd like to come on the show. Well, guess what, Lime Green Hulk? You're on the show, along with Brian Lape. So, listeners, if you want to be on it, just email us. It'll be great. Secondly, I wanted to ask, who's your guys' favorite superhero? Well, mine's Spider-Man. Dion?
Mine is I switch back and forth all the time. Daredevil and Iron Man.
Nick?
Blade and Constantine.
Kendo?
The Punisher. He doesn't have a power, he just shoots people.
And then third, if you guys could make a Spider-Man movie and you could have a villain that's been in a that couldn't have a villain that's been in a past Spider-Man movie, who would the villain be for yours? Mine would be Silvermane and Hammerhead, and it would be a crime film where Spider-Man takes on the mob.
Ooh,
jeez!
I just pulled that out of my ass.
Spider-Man. I like the Dark Knight too, buddy.
No, there was about a 3-year span where Spider-Man wasn't fighting supervillains all the time.
That's true.
Early, the late 60s when Romita took over and the Kingpin showed up, there were a lot of Kingpin issues, and those were some pretty goddamn good stories. Frederick Foswell and all that shit. May you rest in peace.
I'm Spider-Man versus Toxic Avenger.
I'd watch that.
Hell yeah.
Jesus. Don't you joke about that. Don't you joke about that, goddamn. I want to hear that bullshit.
Is that the second time I made you come on this episode?
That was the opposite. I was a Toxic Avenger and Spider-Man. I feel like I'm watching a fucking really shitty blaxploitation movie or something. I'd have to say Shocker, and Beetle would be the two that I go with.
We've already seen the Shocker.
Not in the movies?
Both of them. Yeah, we have.
Who?
The Shocker was in Spider-Man Homecoming, bro.
No, Amazing Spider-Man 2.
That's Electro.
Oh, Electro.
Sorry.
Shocker was in Spider-Man: Homecoming, both of them. The black guy was Herman Schultz, and the white guy was the other one.
He was. Yeah, fuck. Okay.
So you're sticking with the Beetle?
Yeah, Beetle and
Nick, Kendo, you got the last one.
Is it from like the Spider-Man, or can we cross him over?
Any Marvel, because technically Spider-Man wouldn't have fought him yet.
It was the Hobgoblin in the Amazing Spider-Man movies by any chance? All right,
you picked the Hobgoblin. That's a good choice.
I'll take the Hobgoblin.
Fourth, have any of you played the Battlefront 2 beta?
I did.
Oh, you did? Did you like it?
Yeah, it's a lot better than the first one, but I'm not gonna pay $80 for it. So.
Lastly, after I finish writing some stuff like The Force Awakens rewrites, I'm thinking about making an Iron Fist fan film. If I do it to you guys, do you have any advice? Yeah, make it better than the Netflix show.
Yeah, I mean, you're welcome to tweet at me, and I'll give you pointers as much as I can. But I mean, I'm not going to be there making it for you. So.
All right, here's one from Kickin' Kalen. I was listening to WCBS episode 30. It may be a year too late, but here it is. Warning: this is explicit. Nothing you can't handle, though. It's Joel fan art.
Oh God!
Oh.
Oh my God!
That's not good.
It's 3 naked chicks, and then Joel. Oh my God! I'll just send you guys.
Shit.
This is awesome. That's hilarious.
I don't want to see this. I don't know if I want to see this.
World Class Bullshitters fan art. We've made it. We fucking made it.
I'm so scared right now.
Yeah, I'm thinking it's like some Human Centipede bullshit or something.
No. There's no Human Centipede bullshit.
That's a positive.
There's a dick. There are babies. There's a woman.
Oh God.
Is there any Thai boys?
Lady boys.
Yeah.
It only took 63 episodes, but here we are.
Oh, jeez.
Let me just save this thing because the name that it wanted to save under was considered too long for Windows, so it's going to be called Joel Art.
Jeez.
Joel Art.
Joel Art. I'm going to make sure this gets to Joel in a few minutes. Actually, I'll try to get it on. I'll get it to Joel before we end this episode. So let me send it to you guys over on Skype right now. You can hear the clicking in the background because, I'm on a computer. Let's see. Pictures. Where's the Joel Art? There's the Joel Art. And here comes the Joel Art to you guys.
Oh, shit.
While that loads, I'm going to check out the next email. So someone wants to partner with... We got another offer for a partnership.
Fuck?
Yeah, I know, right?
Wow.
I like women.
Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Jesus.
Oh man. He is like the porn parody of like Pinocchio or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That long nose with the fucking bird on it.
I know. And then fucking porn stash. Like, what the hell?
If I ever need a fill-in artist for a World Class Bullshitters comic, I'm hiring Caitlin.
There we go.
The fucking baby looks like Larry Fine.
It's related to Joel. What do you expect?
I mean, I guess its head's supposed to be on a pillow, but it just looks like it's got that big old, bushy out, Larry from the Three Stooges haircut.
Oh my God.
I love it. Baby Larry.
Joel has retarded genes. Sorry, Joel.
And
I know you listen every week.
His erect dick is pointing right at the kid's face. I'm kind of confused.
That's true. It is.
He's not very self-aware where he points it. I think you were a little too generous with Joel, but whatever.
Wow.
Yay, my computer froze trying to send him the fucking thing.
Because it doesn't want you to. It's like, no, yes. This is evil.
It's like, please. Oh yeah, Dion, Joel wants you and me to go down and stay with him in his new house.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so let's figure out time to make that happen, and
yeah,
we'll go.
And you and I will just make sure to drink, and But yeah, no, I'm excited.
Last time I went down, it was a fun time. His roommates weren't that cool, but whatever.
Right.
Here we go. Now Joel's getting the Joel fan art. Superhero Joel. Joel, you've made it. But Augs for President has drawn me as a superhero, so thank you, Augs for President.
Yeah.
I saved that photo to my phone. So.
Schoolboy.
All right, we have one more email. This comes from Jackson Ritchie. I'm a recent listener and a fan of World Class Bullshitters and would love to join an episode of the podcast. What day and time do you guys start the podcast? To help clarify this question, I'm in the Pacific Northwest. So let me know when we can start the podcast on your guys' time and mine. I hope you reply to this soon and we can all have a great time chatting for over 3 hours. Sent from my iPhone. Well, Pacific Northwest, we record on Eastern Standard Time at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. Now, we're getting ready for episode 100 to do our fan interaction segments. What I'm thinking about, since we have fans from all over the world now, which is kind of cool to say, is I'm thinking I might get with all the people and record like a fan segment where we can do it. It may not have to be recorded on Thursday night. We could do it, I don't know, on a Saturday or something when more people are available. So we can do that. Let me know what works for you. Because if we do it on a Saturday, I think there's more flexibility in that too. Brian Lape, Lime Green Hulk, tell me if you guys want to do it that way too. So now, over on Patreon, we got some questions. Let's see here. Well, first off, people seem to be liking... Oh, first off, Todd Smith has a question for Kendo.
Has a what?
Dion, you're in the
Dion's hitting a bong.
Say it again. You were breaking up. My internet's acting dumb.
Oh, it just says, I have a question for Kendo from Todd Smith. Hey, Kendo, any chance you could link the info of the Etsy full-size Vigo reproduction you briefly mentioned? I've wanted to get a Vigo painting for years. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it. I'll try to pull it up on Etsy right now.
Our good friend Lapis Anus, I would love to get the actual originals on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I'm sure Best Buy has them.
Oh no, they haven't been put out yet.
Oh really?
Like he's talking about the non-special. Yeah, the non-special editions of Star Wars don't exist on Blu-ray.
Oh okay.
Oh, and the painting price has gone down. It's only $137 now.
Well, what was it before?
Like $199.
Ooh, jeez.
Life-size Ghostbusters movie print prop, 4'3" by 7 feet.
Damn, that's a big fucking painting.
And it's a print. It's not a painting, but I mean, it'll do.
Well, to be fair, the artist only has to paint the face.
True.
Here's a 200.
Sorry to discredit their abilities because I couldn't paint the face, but all they really have to do is get a high quality digital image of the Vigo painting and then just draw your face on there, and then the rest is, the same.
Gotcha.
Nicholas Short, could you please make fun of Gal Gadot hosting SNL yesterday? It was horrible. The woman cannot act, and almost every sketch was awful. I promise you I will look into it this coming week. I started to watch it, but then Nick and I got together, Kendo and I got together, we recorded our comments video, then we did our stuff for Friday the 13th, and it's been a really busy week. Plus, I was out of town last weekend, so I'm catching up on some shit. So I will look into that, and I will either talk about it on next week's podcast, or I'll do a quick little video and put it up on Patreon. So be on the lookout for that. Now, last week's podcast was a good show. Not as good as the week before, and this week will definitely be bigger because we have Star Wars in the title image.
Yay!
So,
all right.
It's almost not even fair anymore. It's like, hey, how do I want to get a ton of views on our show? Star Wars in the title image.
Does it?
Yeah, it works.
God damn, we are 63 subscribers away from 7,000. Like, when are we going to stop and thank the listeners? Because every week we're all like, hey, we'll do a thank you video this week, and then it's like
we don't have the time.
Yeah, we never, ever. Kendo, what's the name of the Etsy person that has that? Like the Etsy store?
Let me look. I clicked out of it. There was one that was called Ragnarok Ragnarok Craftworks does one for $280. Nevermore Creation does one for $137. So it's either Ragnarok Craftworks or Nevermore Creation.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing as well.
There you go. Let's see. Comments on YouTube. Shout out to Brian Lape for being our timestamp guy. Brian, I want to make you an official Timekeeper shirt, so if you'd wear it, let me know. You wouldn't have to pay, obviously. I'm just reading some of these comments because I did not read the comments on the show last week. I almost canceled my Netflix subscription after finding out they support ISIS. What? By support ISIS, Netflix funded a propaganda piece, The White Helmets, a Soros-funded group in ISIS-occupied cities that conveniently show up and help when civilians are attacked by ISIS. Lots of videos on LiveLeak show where they assist in ISIS executions. What?
Yeah,
there's a video where they froze. Yeah, that's from Almost Christian.
Of course.
Carlos Taddeo Wenfuk Choi Marimbo. Diversity in comics is my boy. Your boy Zach? He's a pretty good dude. Let's see. Captain Fantastic. Just seen the new trailer for The Empire Strikes Back. I mean, The Last Jedi. And it looks bad. Hope you guys do a review on the trailer. Keep smashing these videos out. Well, Captain Fantastic, since you're a fan of this channel, I'm sure you've already heard it. Let's see. Gandorf, the Dark Lord. Oh, sorry, Ganondorf, the Dark Lord. Why did I make
Motherfucker.
Sorry about that.
It's always that bastard Ganondorf.
Yeah. Hello, world-class bullshitters. I'm a new fan and have not yet listened to all of your stuff. I have yet to donate as I'm in college, and almost all of my money is going towards that. But once I get out, you'll probably be the first place I donate to.
Yeah, we totally understand that.
Yeah, believe me.
We will take your first check or your firstborn. You know, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And give him a little baby hand job.
Craft easy. Craft easy, man. Let's see. I somewhat want to come on a show just for a short bit during the Star Wars segment because I'm a 20-year-old fan who has the 80s box set, the Blu-rays. I watch the 2 trilogies once a year in the 2003 Clone Wars series, not the 08 series, almost every month, along with the books and comics. I have some approaches to tear the shit out of the Disneyverse of Star Wars as a whole, which you haven't gone into at all. How they have ruined the characters of Sidious and damaged Vader. How Episode 7 isn't just a copy of A New Hope. Oh no, it's also a copy of the excellent Legacy of the Force base plot line, but with everything that made it good gone. Everything I can think of is watered down. Is a watered down Shada's version of the expanded universe material. I doubt I'll get a spot. That's not true. I doubt I'll get a spot, but I wanted to be offering something fresh. You can come on episode 100, man. Like, you know, or I'm sure it's, I don't know, or lady at this point. That's weird. I have to correct.
Yeah, don't assume his gender.
Hey, wait. Ganondorf. You can appear on the fan episode 100. Episode 100 will air on December 7th. We're going to record some segment stuff earlier than that. If you want to be on, just shoot us an email. I'm going to contact everyone through email and keep a list that way. So, you know, the fan interaction stuff for episode 100 is not Patreon exclusive. We'll do some Patreon exclusive hangouts. Also, if you're a patron and you want to be on episode 100, awesome, you can be on. But yeah, we appreciate you wanting to donate, and awesome when you do. Already saying thanks. But you know, just keep talking to us. We love the interaction.
Join our Facebook group. You'll be able to talk to us directly even easier.
Yep.
Tokyo Extreme says they can't believe they got mentioned. Well, you're getting mentioned again, Tokyo Extreme. They also said they'll be signing up. He says, he also says, I'm a he. Okay, so that's correct. And definitely will be signing up with Patreon in the next few days to hear the Star Wars Episode 7 commentary and to support the best fucking channel on YouTube. Hell
you damn right.
You can dig it.
I would pin this as the best comment of the week, but Brian Lape's timestamps always have to be up there. So, listeners, if you write a comment and I give you a heart, know that I love it. And if it wasn't for the timestamps of Lape, you would definitely be pinned. Let's see. Here we go. Sigzex has been asking us this question, and I feel like an asshole because I keep forgetting to read it on air. What is the most edgiest / most try-hard piece of shit movie you've ever seen? Mine is a Serbian film. Word of warning, read the synopsis before watching.
Yeah, I know what that is. I know what that is.
I mean, I'd like to say Nymphomaniac is a pretty try-hard film. It's not sexy. It's just
there's one from like the underground independent world that I know. It's called American Guinea Pig. and it's just torture porn for 90 minutes. That's all it fucking is. And it's bad. I mean, the people who make it are wonderful, wonderful people, and they're very, very nice to talk to, and they're very decent people. But their movies are horrible.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about you guys? What are some Kendo, Dion? What are some try-hard pieces of shit?
Jesus.
The Force Awakens.
You're my fucking mind, dude. I can't get past that right now. I really can't get past that. I can't. Every time I be like, "What's a try-hard?" I'm coming to the same thing, Kendo. The exact same fucking thing.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, sorry, Kendo. Sorry,
No. I was trying to think of something else that was a try-hard movie. That, I mean, The Force Awakens definitely tried really hard.
The Amazing Spider-Man tries really hard. It just
I'm gonna say fucking Sucker Punch. I've been shitting on that movie for like 7 years now. I fucking hate that movie. That movie's so shitty. Like, I'm here. No, I'm there. But I can dance. Fucking robots. Because plot. Deal with it.
Clump of Chucky tried really hard. It was just awful.
I was in my mom's room and she had her Netflix queue on and it said suggested Cult of Chucky, and I wanted to put it on to scare her, but I didn't want to torture her.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's just when you just rock back on your heels, turn 180 degrees, and walk right out of that room, because I watched it so you didn't have to, and it was fucking.
Like, my mom and I are cool. We get along
crap.
great. I don't want to do something to ruin our relationship.
And Chucky will do that.
Dog shit doesn't even begin to describe how bad that movie was.
Let's see. Moff Weisgeller. I listen to World Class Bullshitters more constantly than Netflix. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, we appreciate that.
We will take your 1099 happily.
Yeah.
Goddamn right.
For $10.99, we will create original content.
I'll put it like this: if every one of our subscribers paid the $10.99 on Patreon, we could definitely create video content real easily.
God, yeah. Well, no, I mean, honestly, if all of our new subscribers even just gave it, even all we gave $1, shit, like that's still enough as well.
That's true. If everyone gave $1 that subscribes to this channel, we could easily start creating. Like, I could take the time, come down to Nick's, we could hash out ideas, get together, film it. There's a studio, a film camera. We could definitely make.
Yeah, dude. I mean, yeah, I got all my people here, so I mean, it'll happen.
Yeah. Let's see, Sam Bastian. I'll talk Star Wars all day if you want. Well, come on episode 100 and we'll talk about Star Wars. I have a feeling everyone's just going to want to talk about Star Wars.
I was going to say, what we could probably do is for that we can break it up into segments. Like, we can have groups on at a time, like 5, 6 at a time, and then just record various segments and just kind of splice it all together for one big fan celebration episode, because we're going to have a lot of people on there, and a lot of them are going to want to talk Star Wars. Probably not all of them, though. So there's that possibility.
Yeah. Let's see. Billy Hill, you guys really nailed it. These SJWs ruin everything they touch, whether it's film, TV, music, video games, stand-up comedy, sports, etc. The political correctness BS needs to stop. Yes, it does. Seifert, fuck you. Rogue One was fine.
No,
it wasn't.
No, it wasn't.
Fine doesn't imply that it's good. Like, fine's, it's just good enough. So, are you self-defeating your own argument?
Yeah, when you get kicked in the balls and you fall over and your friends start laughing, you stand and you've got the one friend says, "Are you okay?" You always say, "I'm fine." So there you go. There's your equivalency.
That means by fine then. So that is the best analogy ever.
Yeah, watching Rogue One was like being punched in the balls.
Murrow wanted to tell me that Murrow is pronounced with one U, so like Murrow. There you go. Let's see. 360D Man. I rarely watch the YouTube version of the show. I have the RSS feed download on my podcast app. Maybe I'll just stop by long enough to have my view counted. Thank you. That's actually really nice.
You can also make a playlist of all of our stuff and play it in the background of your computer while you're at work or cleaning the house or whatever. That helps too.
And by the way, listeners, I've made a Star Wars playlist, so if you'd like to listen to every Star Wars-related video from World Class Bullshitters in one go, just go over to the World Class Bullshitters page, click on Playlists, and go to WCBS Star Wars. Let's see. The Fancast! Rogue One is the Windows 98 of the Star Wars universe.
Huh? Or Windows ME. That one was fucking pointless.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
So episode 7 is Vista.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh man, and let's see. Star Wars: A New Hope is like XP.
Yeah, and then Empire would be like Windows 95. Because between 95 and XP, all those Windows updates sucked.
Oh God.
Yeah, but Windows 7 was pretty damn good. I think Windows 7 is too good to be Return of the Jedi.
7 came out like after XP.
True, but I thought we were just equating to best operating systems as opposed to and Star Wars.
Oh, okay, well if that's the case, then XP would probably be A New Hope, and then 7 would be Empire, and then 95 could be Jedi.
I like that. Let's see. Final comment of the week. Wait, no, hold on. There's 2 more I gotta read. First off, this one comes from Tap and Die. Joel fought in World War I and World War II. He's an American hero. He deserves to fuck Asian ladyboys and watch shit movies. And hell yes, I'll take a cup signed by Jeff. All right, cool. All right.
Sweet.
Hashtag Miss Joel. Hashtag Pilgrim. Hashtag Snoring Dion. And here's the final comment of the week. It comes from the Slain Oracle. I can't wait for No Country for young, quirky, diverse women to come out. No Country for Old Men was in need of a reboot, right, guys?
No, wait, hold on. No Country for what now? Say it again.
Young, quirky, diverse women.
God, that sounds like a Netflix series that's going to last too long.
Ugh.
That sounds like a box office bomb in the making, yo.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
So, listeners, friends of the show, thanks for all the comments this week. We had a lot of good ones. There were a lot I couldn't read, and I can't really get into the comments of the comments we commented on video because that would take a long time. There are hundreds. There are probably like 1,000. There are probably 1,500 comments between all the Star Wars videos I put out this week. And while I read them for like the first hour or two, once it gets to like 5,000 views and 500 comments, it's kind of hard to keep up. So I'm not neglecting you guys. If you ever want to contact us, the best way is always through the email, worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail.com. Do you guys have anything else you'd like to add before we put this baby to bed?
That Jinx 97 dude, he's commented like a couple weeks ago about repackaging us as Voltron, and as a Voltron fan, I wanted to answer that question, but I keep forgetting about it. So I told him last week, I was like, dude, can you comment that question again? Because I would love to answer that. And somebody called about it, so like, don't you ask this every week? I'm like, well, I asked him to. So
yeah, Jinx97, keep commenting. I see all of your comments and I like them. That's the person with the My Little Pony.
Yeah, that's him. I like him. He's a cool dude.
Yeah,
but.
It's a loyal fan of the show.
Anyway, Jinx, if I was going to rebook the group as Voltron, I will take it from like the Voltron 3, the one that we're all familiar with, the American one, from the 80s. Keith, the Black Line, would obviously be Jeff because he's the leader.
Yes.
I would totally be Lance, the Red Line, because I would be the right fist that fucking punches and beats shit up. We would make... I'm guessing Hunk, the big muscular like burly dude that's like really nice and polite. We would go ahead and give that to Dion.
Oh,
and then I wouldn't kill Sven. I would keep him and forget about Princess Allura, and that would be the Blue Line. So that'd be Nick. And then for Pidge, the young like tiny little annoying motherfucker, who would we give that to?
Phil.
There you go.
But you said tiny.
Except for Pidge is smart.
Oh, god damn.
He's like
damn,
a genius.
Oh, shit. No, you're right.
That's why I never have to talk shit about anyone, Kendo. You're here to do it.
Yeah, that's why, like I said, that's why I'm the Red Line. I'm Lance, because I'm hot-headed and willing to whoop ass if need be.
You're the world-class bullshitters hatchet.
That's right. Yep. Dude, it's not the first time I've been a group's hatchet man before. It won't be the last, probably.
It won't be the last.
So, there you go, Jinx. I've been wanting to answer that one for a while because I fucking love Voltron, and Voltron's fun shit. Well, the 80s one. I've tried to watch the new Netflix one. I just don't really... It's just not the same.
By the way, listeners, if you ever have any Power Rangers-related questions, gear them towards me, because I will answer them gladly.
Yeah.
Only originals.
Yeah.
All right, so this has been episode 93 of World Class Bullshitters. Every Thursday night, we take a dump on the world of pop culture. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, oh well. If you're a big fan of this channel and you subscribed already, head over to Patreon. World Class Bullshitters is there. Just for $1 a month, you get access to content that's great, like commentaries, podcasts, videos, everything. And we keep putting out so much content every week. Every Tuesday night, Kendo and I do stuff. Now Wednesday night is Patreon night, so you guys are getting that shit right away. And World Class Bullshitters is growing. If you really want to get in contact with us, we always talk about our email, worldclassbs@mail.com. The best mail. We're also on Twitter. I think we're the World Class BS over on Twitter. There's an Instagram account. And we also have 2 Facebook pages, the official World Class Bullshitters fan page as well as the World Class Bullshitters group page. If you join the group page, which is a lot smaller and it should have more members, it's a really cool interactive community. You can talk to us directly, ask us questions, promote ideas, stuff like that. By the way, I think his name is Gordon Abernathy. I will read your stuff next week because you posted a couple things that I really wanted to touch on, but we got to put this episode to bed early tonight because we all got stuff to do in the morning. So do not think that I read it and thought it was a bad comment. I'll go next week. Just shoot me an email to remind me or send me a message on the Facebook page, and I will gladly go back and reread and answer all of your questions. So there's that. And if you want to have that kind of interaction on the show, join the Facebook group and start talking to us. I think that's about it. Was that the whole pitch, guys?
Buy Franken-Thug.
Yes.
Yeah. Comment will be in the link will be in the description, as it has been every week for World Class Bullshitters. So you can find Franken-Thug through our descriptions. Nick's a great filmmaker, and I heard it through a reputable source that one of his next projects may be a World Class Bullshitters movie, and you definitely want to help him out so we can make that happen sooner than later.
And listen to the fan cast.
Yeah, they really need it.
They really do. They really do.
If you're one of the tens of people, and by tens I mean times 2, so 20 plus 3. If you're one of the 23 people that listen to Ring Rust and you love it, I'm no longer on the show. But the show...
Me either. I got fired.
Neither there's Kendo.
Yeah, Jeff fired me from Ring Rust.
As I fired myself. I said, Kendo, we're going down together.
Oh.
But you're going first.
Well, all right.
I've been your host, Jeff Hicks.
I am the man with the plan, the original tan. And remember, no matter how bad a day that you're having, at least you don't have stock in the Weinstein Company.
Real quick, fuck Kevin Smith. Fuck him for that stupid shit he said.
What did he say? What did he say?
He went on to say, like, oh, I feel like my whole career was funded by a rapist, blah, blah. Man, you wouldn't have given a shit had you known back in the day. Like, Kevin Smith, you are so irrelevant that you're trying to get yourself involved with this. Like, I'm not even justifying what Weinstein did by any means necessary, but fuck you, Kevin Smith, directly as a human being. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. Stop trying to make something about you because no one gives a fuck about Moose Jaws or Tusk or Yoga Hosers, the shittiest movie on Netflix. That's the edgiest, most try-hard piece of shit I've ever seen. I take back my other joking comments. Fuck Yoga Hosers. Fuck it in its stupid ass. God. Anyway, anybody else? Say goodbye.
Remember, folks, the worst part about having sex with minors is because they always bring their tools and they wear that damn helmet with the flashlight on it.
God damn.
Damn it, I like that. That's fucking good.